The single greatest achievement in my life was learning to read. I feel like those first books are some of the most important things that fall into your lap in your life. And you have to treasure them for what they did for you, taking you across the bridge to this new world that you didn't know you could get to. I loved Jack and the Beanstalk, and I loved Hansel and Gretel. They were like eye-opening, and they stayed with me, and I to this day can recreate the thrill I had when I first heard them when I was just 3 or 4 years old. When I was in high school, I wouldn't have survived without reading. I used to stick my favorite books inside my textbooks and sit at my desk and just read the book I wanted to read, whether it was Salinger or Steinbeck or Willa Cather. I would live that life and be half aware that I had to respond to the rest of the world, but that's where I was finding my joy and my peace. When I was in my 20s and first living in New York City, I felt very alienated from reality there because I had never lived in a big city before, and I got a nighttime job as a waitress. During the day, I would get books, and I would go up to the roof of our tenement building, and I had a director's chair, and I'd unfold the director's chair and sit, and I would read. I was trying to find who I was, and out of that, I began to carve a self. I read my way into being a person. I was born out of books that informed me and directed my path. So I feel that my whole life is centered around this swirl of reading materials. They are my dolls of today, my playmates, and they come alive anytime I open the cover. That never stops. No matter how old you get, that never stops. I meet a lot of readers who learn to read with Magic Treehouse books. What I hope for them is that my books launch them into the world of reading. That after they've finished Jack and Annie's adventures, they'll go on to more adventures and more, and they won't stop. They won't stop in middle school or high school or college. They'll keep reading and keep learning about the world and keep learning about themselves and carve an identity that's so personal and so solid that nobody can rock it. They will be an individual. If you're 6 or if you're 60, it's never too late. My mother was reading up until her last day, which she was 97 years old. Go to a bookstore, go to a library, find them and support them. Don't let us lose the art of reading a book.